Welcome back, everyone. So you're planning a move to the beautiful Canary Islands, and naturally, your car has to come along for the ride. Well, you're in exactly the right place. Okay, let's dive into this. In the fourth part of our series on vehicle imports, we're unpacking the ultimate checklist from our source material so this whole process goes smoothly. And most importantly, completely tax-free. Seriously, that phrase, completely tax-free, is the absolute key to everything we're talking about today.
Look, whether the import of your car turns into a relaxed, easy experience or a really expensive bureaucratic nightmare, well, that's actually not decided at the local customs office on the islands. No, it's decided right at your desk, long before you even leave. Preparation is simply everything. If you fail to prepare, you are facing massive taxes. But hey, don't worry, we're here today to build a completely foolproof foundation before you even touch a single moving box.
Here is our import checklist roadmap to keep things perfectly organized. First, we'll look at before the move. Second, during the move. And finally, number 3, after the move. These 3 sections are basically your roadmap for the whole process.
Let's start with phase 1, before the move, the foundation. This is where we lay the absolute groundwork for a successful import. Okay, so before you even think about booking that ferry, you have to ask yourself 3 incredibly crucial, completely non-negotiable questions. And listen, you must be able to answer yes to all of them. First up, have you owned the car for at least 6 months? Customs simply needs to know that you didn't just buy a car quickly to exploit the import rules. Second, can you prove that you actually used it during this time? Think about the classic insurance papers or tax receipts from your home country. And third, do the future deadlines align with your plans? Like, does your timing actually make sense? We'll get into that exact timing in just a moment, but you really need to be thinking about it right now.
Guys, this is the absolute sticking point. Missing even one of these requirements totally shatters that foundation we just talked about. And your tax exemption? It falls apart. In plain language, failing here triggers those huge taxes and duties you set out to avoid, and that can really hurt. You've got to sort all of this out first, because if this foundation wobbles, the whole plan collapses.
All right, moving right along to phase 2. During the move, making it official. Here, the goal is proving to customs without a shadow of a doubt that your move is 100% real.
And this brilliantly illustrates what you actually need. To prove your move is real, you need a magic formula made of 2 key documents. On one side, proof you've given up your old residence. You know, the classic deregistration certificate. On the other side, the empadronamiento. That's your official registration with your new local municipality in the Canary Islands. Combined, these 2 form your absolute, undeniable proof of relocation.
It's a very simple formula that you really just have to memorize. Without these exact official documents, customs will simply not recognize the move as a valid basis for a tax exemption. Period. The harsh reality here is that your car will then be treated like a standard everyday commercial import. And believe me, that gets extremely expensive very fast.
Which brings us to phase 3, the ticking clock and those strict deadlines.
As you can see on this timeline, the clock literally starts ticking on day 0, the exact moment your move becomes officially registered with your empadronamiento. From this specific date, you have exactly 6 months to officially import the vehicle as part of your household goods, not a single day longer. And notice the very end of the timeline there. Once the import is actually done, a 1-year post-import lock period begins.
That takes us straight into phase 4. After the import, the final rule. Because even after your car safely arrives on the islands, there's one last hidden hurdle.
So we're talking about the 1-year lock period, which is actually often referred to by European expats by the German term Sperrfrist. What is this exactly? Well, it's a mandatory time frame right after the import where the vehicle literally cannot be sold. Now, why does this rule even exist? You're granted this amazing tax exemption on the strict condition that the car is intended for your ongoing personal use. If you sell it immediately after importing it, the authorities will automatically assume the whole move was just some covert trick for a commercial import. And if that happens, oh boy, the exemption can be retroactively revoked and you'll have to pay every single cent of the import duties. Ouch. Definitely something we want to avoid.
So let's bring all this together into a really clear 4-step success plan. 1. Check your prerequisites up front. 2. Document the move flawlessly. 3. Strictly observe the deadlines. And 4. Use the car yourself and don't sell it immediately. Honestly, if you approach this structurally, a tax-free import isn't witchcraft at all. It's a highly achievable goal for sure.
Now, I know what you might be wondering. How on earth do you keep track of all these details and specific documents when things get serious and you're in the middle of a stressful move? Well, don't worry. We've prepared exactly what you need. We've packed all of these points into a super detailed and, most importantly, completely free checklist. You can seamlessly track and tick off all the required steps and documents, so you absolutely guarantee you won't forget a thing. Just head over to importcanariasfacil.es.
Okay, so we've gone through all the theory today. But let me leave you with this question. If you've completely mastered the paperwork, are you truly prepared to face the physical customs clearance on site? Well, in our next explainer, things get really practical. We're going to physically walk a vehicle straight through customs clearance and show you exactly what awaits you there on the ground. You definitely don't want to miss that. So make sure you get your checklist, start that desk preparation, and I will see you next time.